Red students, man, I miss you guys so much. So what I want to do in this time is talk to you about the attributes of God. And so at the end of the video, I'm going to challenge you to sit and just simply reflect on some of God's attributes through reading scripture and through prayer. So check this out. If I ask someone to describe you to me, how long would it take them to move past your physical description? You know, oh, he's got blonde hair, he's tall, he's got blue eyes, and begin to describe your characteristics. So when would they stop talking about your physical description and talk about your characteristics? Ask yourself this, what would someone say about you? Are you funny? Are you kind, bold, loving? Are you crazy? Are you rude? Are you mean? See, our attributes help others get a good sense of the kind of person that we actually are. Like when others know our characteristics or our attributes, it is then easier to know how to engage with us, how to talk with us, how to treat us. And see, it's the same with God. See, the way that we approach God depends on how well we know Him. Some might say, I just really want to know God more. Question. If you meet someone for the first time, how do you get to know more about that person? It's through spending time with them, right? It's through talking, it's through hanging out. It's asking questions about their life. Hey, what do you like to do? What interests you? Well, the way that you get to know more about God is through reading the Bible. It's through praying. It's through going to church. It's through having godly conversations with other believers. See, everything that we need to know about God's attributes are simply in the Bible, in His Word. Check out what Craig Groeschel says. He says, if you just refer to God as the big guy upstairs, more than likely you don't really know God. He says, what you call God reflects how well you know Him. Man. So what do I mean when I say God's attributes? See, God's attributes are simply the various characteristics of who He is. And that word attribute and characteristics, they go hand in hand. They are nearly the same. But here, check out two cool truths about God's characteristics. Check these out. One, He is perfect in all His attributes. And two, they are unchanging. So God, He is perfect in who He is, right? And so when we say that God is loving and good, what we mean is that He is perfectly loving and He is perfectly good. So He is unchanging and He's eternal. He's everlasting. Author Pink, he says this. He says everything about God is great, is vast and comparable. He never forgets. He never fails. He never falters. He never forfeits His word. So I want to give you just a few attributes of God, just so you can take them and just study them. Here they are. God's goodness. Psalms 86:5, it says, "O Lord, you are good. You are so ready to forgive, so full of unfailing love for all who ask for your help." Second one is this, God's truthfulness. Psalms 25:5, it says, "Lead me by your truth and teach me, for you are the God who saves me. All day long I put my hope in you." Here's the third one, God's faithfulness. Deuteronomy 7:9, it says, "Understand, therefore, that the Lord your God is indeed God. He is the faithful God who keeps His covenant for 1,000 generations and lavishes His unfailing love on those who love Him and obey His commands." The fourth one is God's holiness. 1 Samuel 2:2, it says this. It says, "No one is holy like the Lord. There's no one beside you. There is no rock like our God." The fifth one is God's forgiveness. Daniel 9:9, it says, no one is holy like the Lord. There's no one beside you. There is no rock like our God. The last one is this that I'll give you is God's righteousness. Psalms 1:11-3, it says, everything he does reveals his glory and majesty. His righteousness never fails. So those are just a few. So reflecting on God's attributes or his character, see, that's exactly how we grow closer to him. And see, the only way that we grow closer to someone is by knowing who they are and spending time with that person, right? So reflecting on who God is through reading his word, man, it leads us to praising and worshiping him. So this is how I want to end. I'm going to give you a challenge for the week, and this is it. At the end of the video, there will be a list. There'll be a slide with a list of attributes that I just read, along with the scriptures that I just read for each of them, and actually a couple more that I've added on. So here's the challenge. The challenge is for you to spend time this week reflecting on these attributes, along with reading the scriptures that I've just given you and a couple more that I've added. And here's the thing is, as you do so, pray that this would help you dive deeper into your relationship with God. And that this would grow your faith. And it would grow not only your faith, but your trust in him. See, because in times like this, man, we just got to sit back and just reflect on who God is and what he is all about. And it's in those moments that you begin to let go of control and just begin to simply have faith. Man, I'll say that it's so hard to give up control, especially when we don't know what's next in life. But we are commanded to have faith that God is working all, not just some, but all of this for something good, even if we can't see it. And one way that we can put our faith into action right now is simply trusting that God, who's created everything, has a purpose in everything going on in the world right now with COVID-19, or other issues that you may have, or problems going on in life. Lastly, check out this quote at the end of the scripture here. It says this: it's hard to know someone. It's hard to trust someone when you don't know them. It's hard to trust someone when you don't know them. So take time to get to know God more this week as you sit back and you read his word, as you pray, reflect, and meditate on some of God's attributes. So remember, it's hard to trust someone if you don't know them. So, love you guys. Remember, faith over fear. Hopefully, we will see each other soon. In the meantime, continue to stay tuned through social media, through all the platforms that we are posting these teachings. And we'll talk to y'all soon. Love you guys.